Let's go get that crown. Feast your eyes, Patrick.
What is it?
The paddy wagons.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
What's going on, Falcons fans? Logan here. Welcome back to Rise Up Rundown, and if you're new here, welcome. Finally, the pick is in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. The Atlanta Falcons do select Kyle Pitts, the tight end from Florida, 4th overall. So no more arguments, no more silly debates on, oh, they should get a quarterback at 4, they should trade down, blah, 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 blah. No more of that. Kyle Pitts is the pick for the Atlanta Falcons. And I have a lot of great things to say about this. I am a happy Falcons fan right now, and I hope you all are as well, because I think this was a slam dunk pick for the Atlanta Falcons. But before we get into why I think he's going to succeed in the ATL, I will say Kyle Pitts is one of those draft picks to where I feel like it was pretty obvious a long time ago, but we were all fooled, admittedly, by all these rumors going around that they're interested and open to trading down. So there's pretty much a big possibility they're going to trade down here. And then, they're looking at a quarterback. It depends on what the 49ers do. But while I do still think they probably were thinking about trading down and maybe even getting a quarterback, I also feel Kyle Pitts was kind of their option all along in a way, if that makes any sense. Like, I think they were open to trading down, they were open to getting a quarterback, but they felt pretty confident that Kyle Pitts was going to be the pick anyway. They went to his pro camp, they were impressed, they interviewed him multiple times. The only NFL team Kyle Pitts was following on social media was the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, it was pretty obvious that Kyle Pitts was going to be an Atlanta Falcon, but Terry Fontenot was open to other ideas, but he was like, let's get Pitts. And this is a good pick. I really like it. Before they selected Kyle Pitts, it was no secret that I was kind of off and on about drafting Kyle Pitts. Like, I was kind of also like, I don't really understand the need for a tight end. He's great and all, but we got Hayden Hurst, and we've gotten multiple tight ends in the offseason already. I would go like backup quarterback because you need to prepare for the future, or trade down and get Patrick Surtain. And then I also was like, but I understand it because Matt Ryan and Arthur Smith think alike, and they utilize tight ends, and maybe that could be good for Atlanta. And then I don't know why, just all of a sudden, when Kyle Pitts was selected at 4, I don't know if it was just the hype of getting someone anyway in the draft and you're just happy you got someone, or if I just coincidentally all of a sudden just figured out why it made sense. I don't know what it was, but I just all of a sudden was like, this makes perfect sense to draft Kyle Pitts. Perfect sense. First off, you have a quarterback and head coach, like I said earlier, they think alike, they utilize tight ends. Arthur Smith, look at all the tight ends he's used in Tennessee and how he was able to use them and Tennessee's success with the tight ends. It was remarkable what Arthur Smith was able to do with them. Matt Ryan, of course, we're all familiar that he knows how to utilize tight ends. He knows that he loves tight ends. Tony Gonzalez, Austin Hooper, and then Hayden Hurst might have had a bit of a, not a down year, but it definitely wasn't as good as we all thought it would be. Hayden Hurst was still used more than he was in Baltimore. Granted, Baltimore is more of a running quarterback styled offense anyway, but you get the point. But oh my gosh, Matt Ryan and Arthur Smith, I think they're going to have a good relationship and they're going to work really hard to make something happen here because they're pretty happy they got Kyle Pitts. I think they were like, let's get Kyle freaking Pitts, the tight end that we know we're going to use. That's another reason I like this pick, is because he's going to be used. Like, if you're selecting at 4, it's like I understood why you could get a backup quarterback just, in case Matt Ryan goes down. I understand trading down to get a defensive player, but if you want to stay at 4 and get Kyle Pitts, I mean, he's for sure going to play. He's either going to be the starting tight end, which I think is going to happen, or he's not going to be the starting tight end, but you will definitely see him a lot on the field. Like maybe Hayden Hurst is in for like the first 2 downs and then Kyle Pitts on the third. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a prediction. But yeah, Kyle Pitts is going to be a player that is going to be used. And yeah, he's going to be freaking amazing. Or at least I hope he is. Because he can play. So with the fact that Kyle Pitts can play, he's as good as advertised in my opinion. I think he's a hard worker. I think he's really dedicated to make great things happen here in Atlanta. He's got a head coach and quarterback that is gonna give him one heck of a career. This was like a slam dunk pick for the Atlanta Falcons. It really, really was. And for those that are like, but why did we need a tight end, you know? Well, think about it this way. Seemingly every time the Falcons get a wide receiver, and I know Kyle Pitts is not a wide receiver, but people are saying you can use him as a wide receiver. Seemingly every time the Falcons get a wide receiver, it's always when people feel they don't need one, but it turns out to be a great freaking pick. They didn't really need Julio Jones, right? Like, they had Roddy White, but they definitely needed, you know, some type of help from Matt Ryan, and I don't think anyone's complaining about the Julio Jones pick. And then Calvin Ridley, they were like, but we got Julio Jones, even Mohamed Sanu. Why do we need Calvin Ridley? I don't think anyone's complaining about the Calvin Ridley pick. So if you're thinking, but why did we need a tight end? We already got Hayden Hurst, and we have other great receivers like Calvin Ridley. Hopefully Julio Jones, if he doesn't get traded. There you go. Like, Kyle Pitts is one of those receivers. I mean, tight end is a receiver, but it's not a wide receiver. You get the idea. They're like, well, maybe you never know. Kyle Pitts could be like Julio and Calvin. There you go. It could be another situation where I'm pretty sure we're going to be happy we got Kyle Pitts. And then also think about it this way. I don't know if this is going to be the case, but it's a possibility. Last time we got a Florida Gator in the first round of the draft, which was Keanu Neal in 2016, we made the Super Bowl. And we had a terrible, well, not terrible, but not a very good season. The year prior, 2015, we were like, not very good, but hopefully we can like progress in 2016 and maybe go on farther after that. And then all of a sudden we made the Super Bowl, and Keanu Neal was a good pick. We also got another good Florida Gator in Brian Poole, so that's another thing. Falcons are always good with Florida Gators players, so I feel confident Kyle Pitts is going to work for us anyway, and he's going to be an impact player. So it's kind of like, well, we went 4-12 last year. I mean, maybe Kyle Pitts was the answer we needed to go to the Super Bowl, and it might sound silly, but think about it. In 2016 and even 1998, 99, whatever, the Falcons offense was pretty much the reason the Falcons went to the Super Bowl. And I think Arthur Blank is thinking, okay, this time let's get an offensive-minded head coach, a really good one. We already have a great quarterback in Matt Ryan. Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley are still there. Why not just get, apparently, a future Hall of Famer that everyone's saying, let's get that super high-octane offense and see where it goes. If that's always been our strength anyway, Falcons' strength has always been offense. 2016 it showed. Offense, Super Bowl. 1998, not as high-octane offense, but it was still a good offense. Super Bowl. I mean, 2021, we could have a good freaking offense. Super Bowl? I don't know. But those are kind of just like wishful thinking stuff. But overall, because Kyle Pitts is, in general, a good player, and then he's in a great freaking city to grow in Atlanta, what better place to grow as a receiver than in Atlanta with Arthur Smith and Matt Ryan? Oh my gosh, like, bingo, like, you're gonna have a successful career. I truly do believe Kyle Pitts is going to be a great pick for the Falcons moving forward, and I think this is going to be one of those picks where we're so grateful to have him. Now, I'm not just going to, write it off that he's one of the top 5 players heading into the season, because while I am excited to see him play, I'm also not just going to say, oh my gosh, like, he's going to be the best player on the team. Like, okay, let's see how he plays first. And I also will kind of warn everyone, like, sometimes tight ends kind of take a while to develop in the NFL, so don't be like super scared if he doesn't do well year one. Like Mike Gesicki for the Dolphins didn't really have a great first year, and then now look at him, he's kind of progressing forward. And then Hayden Hurst with the Ravens, he wasn't great. I mean, granted, he wasn't with a team that throws it to tight ends much, but you get the idea. But I think he's progressing. So tight ends, sometimes they can take a while, but overall, if you just give them time, they'll develop. But hopefully, I really, really want him to be an impact player right away, and I'm predicting it to happen. But let's just see where it goes, man. I'm really excited to give him a chance. And let's just see what else the Falcons do in the draft. I hope you all are excited as I am. As always, rise up.